couple of things there. First is that I think the pandemic has teach us to actually be more resilient, right? So I think from that perspective, it's no questions about it. We are actually as a country also, not only a country as the world also, we are actually more resilient because we never know this coming, but it's just that the capacity of the human being to adopt are actually quite amazing. We know, I think I'm going to talk about from the industry perspective. Anything is actually going to be digital. Everything is actually going to be digital. So not actually be participating and not actually be ahead of the game in digital will make us actually behind. I'm not talking about the company only, but also individually, right? It's the space where usually the people at my age, or you are still young, Chris and Busoni, are a bit reluctant to, not reluctant, you're nervous, right? But you have to actually be able to adapt yourself because everything is actually going to be digital, and e-commerce will actually be there to stay. And we just actually going to see how these surging and accelerations of digital commerce are going to be there for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And I think us as an organizations needs to equip ourselves with the technology and digital to be able to, again, win the game and survive with this game, because we don't know. I hope there's no other pandemics coming in. I think I know that I probably just come up with the two things that on top of my mind. I'm sure there is actually couples more, but that's what has been teach us.
Well, from me, thank you very, very much. It's been a pleasure to share this platform with you. I'd just like to apologize for those people who put questions in. We're already into overtime, but we'll do our best to find a way of navigating those questions over to Ibu Ira or her team. And I'd like to hand over to Sonny to give this wonderful webinar a wrap.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you again, Chris, and thank you so much, Ibu Ira, for that really enlightening session and for your sharing and your insights. And for me, really, since we created this invitation, the two questions I ask myself every morning now is that, am I being purpose-led, and am I being future fit, even for my own personal self? And I think this is something that we can all strive to, ask each and every one of us for ourselves as our vision, especially with this pandemic, because I think those of us who are not clear about our purpose and are not being fit for the future, we will really be in trouble when this pandemic is over. And as you said, as you mentioned again and again, the importance of digitalization and collaboration. So even if you're a big retailer, you need to do business with small retailers. And I think this is where we all can grow together. And that has also been part of my learning for this last 1 year. So thank you so much again. And we really are honored to have had you with us today. And we hope that there will be other speakers, as Chris mentioned. We have Pa Arif on our board, and we would like to have other speakers from Unilever joining us for future topics and events. And to everyone also, please join us for our next events. We have events once a month from the Professional Women Group, and there are other events from Bridgechamp's sector groups. And thank you to all our annual partners for the professional group events. That is 57 Promenade, Shell, South Quarter, and of course Unilever. Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Sonny.
Yes. And see you all.
Thank you. I'll see you all.